Hello everyone, today's topic is evaluate triple integration. Okay, I have written two sums here. So the first sum is 0 to 1, 0 to z, 0 to y, z e raised to minus y square dx, dy and dz. First time I am going to integrate with respect to x. So I have written here x because there is no x variable here. So the range is 0 to y. So I have written here 0 to y. So here in place of x, upper limit is y. Fine. Now I need to integrate with respect to dy. So here y square is there. So I have taken y square is equal to t. If I differentiate this, I will get 2y dy is equal to dt. This 2 will go in the denominator. So y dy is here. Okay. Now here y is 0. Then if I substitute here, then I will get t as a 0. Here y is z. So if I substitute here, t will become z square. So I'll replace this by 0 to z square and this by t and this whole term by dt by 2. Fine. Now I'm going to integrate with respect to dt. So I will get e raised to minus t divided by minus 1. So the range is 0 to z square, 0 to z square. In place of t I'm going to substitute z square and in place of t I'm going to substitute 0. Fine. Now this minus I have taken outside, minus 1 by 2 and this e raised to 0 will become 1. I am going to multiply this with this and z into 1 is z. Again for this I am going to take z square is equal to p. If I differentiate this, 2z dz is equal to dp. This 2 will go in the denominator. This whole term, okay, this whole term will become dp by 2. So I have written dp by 2. So in place of z square I have written p. When z is 0, so p will become 0. When z is 1, then p will also become 1. Fine. Here this whole term I have written e raised to minus p dp upon 2. If I integrate this, I will get e raised to minus p divided by minus 1. This 1 by 2 I have written from here. Okay. Now integrating z will become z square by 2. The range is 0 to 1. So I have written here 0 to 1, 0 to 1. In place of p I am going to write 1. So in place of p again I am going to write a 0 here. And in place of z I am going to write a 1. And in place of z I am going to write a 0. Fine. Here minus 1 by 2. This e raised to minus 1 will become 1 by e. E raised to 0 is 1. I am going to multiply this 1 by 2 inside this. Okay. Minus into minus will become 1 by 2. This minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 get cancelled. So minus minus will become plus, 1 ones are 1, 2 twos are 4 and e. If you calculate this, you will get answer as a 0.09. Fine. Now question number 2. Triple integration 0 to 3, 0 to 1, 0 to square root of 1 minus x square, z e raised to y, dz, dx and dy. Now I am going to integrate with respect to z. Here integration of z will become z square by 2. So range is 0 to square root of 1 minus x square. In place of z, I am going to write a square root of 1 minus x square square. Minus lower limit is 0 square. This square and square root get cancelled. So I am remained with 1 minus x square. Fine. This e raised to y, I am going to multiply this for both. Okay. Now I am going to integrate with respect to x. Since there is no x variable here, I will get x here and this will become x cube by 3. So the range is 0 to 1, 0 to 1. In place of x, I am going to substitute 1. That is upper limit. So I will get e raised to y minus e raised to y divided by 3. Now I am going to integrate this with respect to y. So I will get same thing, e raised to y minus e raised to y by 3. The range is 0 to 3, 0 to 3. If you substitute the value of y as a 3 and minus y value as a 0, you will get final answer as a 6.36. Okay. I hope you all understood. Thank you.